In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the main thing you actually have to focus on no matter what goal you want to reach. So stay tuned. I'm so excited to share this training here because this is going to be actually eye-opening for you. This was actually eye-opening for me and many of my clients, and that's why I want to share with you today right here over on YouTube if you're watching the training or listening in on the podcast, Embody Your Best Life. So let me give you a bit of a backstory. Depending what we're seeking, depending what you're seeking, you want to be healthy, you want to be fit, you want to stop binge eating, you want to start your own online business, you want to have a fulfilling business, you want to be able to have a fulfilling relationship. No matter what goal you have, we've all been taught to do it in a certain way. I'm sure you've heard of the SMART goals or SMARTer goals, right? Set an objective, make it measurable, have a timeline, all these things. And all that comes in as a key, crucial component to help you split your goal into a plan to give you actions to move forward. But I'm sure you've done that before. God, I've done this before, having a plan and saying, I'm going to do this on Monday and this on Tuesday, and I'm going to do all this stuff. And then next thing I know, I was burned out and exhausted. And same thing happens when clients come and see me, and a lot of my clients kind of see me because they want to kind of upgrade their health. They want to be healthy and fit, but actually be able to maintain the success. And they come and they tell me, they're like, Dina, I've been doing it all. I followed the program. I followed, I measured my calories. I measured my training, my heart rate, whatever they were doing it all. However, it came to a point that they were exhausted, overwhelmed. And then they go back to the starting point, but they don't necessarily go back to the starting point because you have kind of this guilt that you failed from what happened, but we're not actually giving a space to understand what is the lesson, because it's not that you have to try harder or switch plans every 2 weeks. This is something not to do. Yes, there's actually a strategic way that each person should be eating and moving. Not everybody can use the same cookie cutter way of eating and moving because you are a unique snowflake when it comes to that. But the one thing that very often is missing is that we're all head. We're all thinking the plan, right? We're all masculine energy. We're all in a do as much as we can, but we forget, especially as women, we need to have heart in the game. Because not only about having your strategy and as well an aligned, personalized strategy, but you also need to have the energetics, the emotional, the intention to help you moving forward. And the best way to know that is that we're always focusing on the plan, the masculine energy, the strategic. I need to get to my goal. Once I reach my goal, everything's gonna fall into place. But we forget the whole yin part. We forget the whole energetics parts, the intention part, which is actually enjoying the journey. You might be saying, Dina, I'll enjoy it once I reach the goal. But if you haven't reached the goal, it's because you haven't enjoyed the journey to get you there. Because if there is no joy in the process, you won't keep doing the work and the actions to get to where you want to go. And this goes with your health. This is the same thing in your relationships. This is the same thing in your business. Hustling your way and forcing your way through like a hamster wheel, spinning, trying to get to that mountaintop that you're seeking. However, there's never a mountaintop and then you're done. There's always things probably waiting for you because you're a highly ambitious woman that wants to create all these amazing things in her life and wants to adventure and being free and travel and meet people and maybe scale her business. We always have all these amazing things, ambition that you want to create. So whenever we are actually thinking that once I reach the destination, once I reach the goal, everything's going to fall into place, you're actually doing yourself a disservice, because you're going to actually be wasting your time and time that you cannot catch up again, right? Time is the one fleeting resource we can never make up again. You're spending all that time not actually enjoying the journey that can actually give you better success to reach your goal and to maintain your goal. Let's give you an example. This year in 2023, the number one resolution, New Year's resolution people have is to be fit. The number one. Number two, I think it was lose weight. Number three was money, I think. But I really focus on the 2 1 because it comes very nicely in my examples today. So when you look in terms of fitness, right? You might be like, you know, this year I'm going to be fit. Okay. I'm going to get a gym membership, or I'm going to get myself one of those spinning bikes and get the app. I'm going to go running every morning. We have all this plan. And I understand you have all this amazing motivation to get started because you can't wait to become that fit person. However, if there is no fun in the workout that you are planning, you will not stick to the workout that you planned. If you hate the gym, why are you going to the gym? If you hate working out at home, why are you working out at home? And I am not saying that whenever you're creating an action plan for your fitness, that you're going to be in love with the process every single day. But it's creating a process that does give you a bit of joy most of the time. I train maybe around 4, if I look activity like fitness and cardio, like I walk every single day, but that I do it maybe, let's say, like 4 to 6 times a week. And I do it because, number one, I'm not going to join a gym again. So I do it at home. So am I also motivated to do it at home? No, but I know this is the one way for me to make it into my schedule that can be fun, because I don't have to drive to a place and then drive back. Everything is at home. Everything is set up. I only have to give myself 20 to 30 minutes. And it's so much fun when you get your training done instead of having to drive somewhere. And what's fun about my workout, since I do it at home, I have like a whole array of apps and YouTube videos that I can kind of play the video that I want according to my mood. And I stick to my plan. That's it. I don't do the same workout every day. I don't force myself to do a workout I don't like. I go with the flow. So no matter what, I will do a workout. But it might be spinning, it might be cardio, it might be yoga session, it might be stretching, it might be just upper arms. No matter what, I am doing movement because my goal is to be fit. But I need to find joy in the process. And joy for me is working out at home because I have this whole array of workouts that are just at the click of a button and I have access to them. And the thing about this is that I didn't give myself a goal by like in 3 months, I'm going to be fit or the size and all these crazy things, because you have to create a system that you're going to be enjoying the journey. And you know the destination you will get there. Maybe you'll get there faster, slower, better, who knows? But creating yourself a way, especially when you look at fitness, because I think it's the easiest example. How can you make it in a fun way? You might be telling me, Dina, oh, I don't like working out. Okay. Do you like walking? Can you listen to podcasts? Fun is as well, how can you make that activity fun at the same time? Can you listen to a podcast? Can you go with a friend? Can you talk on the phone? Can you have an audiobook? Can you say, I'm going to do my walking, I'm going to do my groceries walking, I'm going to come back walking? How can you make it fun? It doesn't have to be the typical workout that we think of. And this is what happens with a lot of people, is that we are not able to think, how can I make this fun? Because fun is what's going to make it last in the long term. As well, creating an internal habit that working out just becomes second nature. Like just like brushing your teeth, that at 9 a.m. your body's like, okay, let me get up. You might be like, oh, I don't feel like it. But your body just goes to the bedroom and gets changed and goes to the yoga mat. This is me, actually. It's a habit. It's time to work out. I don't even like complain about it. It's just time. And I find a workout that I like and I just do it. And I'm like, check. And it's fun that I completed it. And I'm proud of myself of doing it. And this is where you have to look at, what are you missing? Very often we are taught the strategy. This is like the masculine energy. Do, like it's all head and there's no heart. And guess what? When there's no heart, there's no success. And you might go to the other part of saying, it needs to be fun and joyful, all energetic. But you need the actions, which are in the strategy. So it's really having a mix of both that has created the most success for people that are actually being able to be healthy and fit. And the success is to maintain it. Because it's one thing to reach it. It's a whole other ballgame to maintain it. And it's very hard to restrict your eating, over exercise. Let's say you reached your goal, but then are you able to maintain it? Are you able to maintain the restrictive eating and the over exercising? Very often not. It can lead to an eating disordered eating like anorexia, or it can actually take you to the other end of letting go of everything, quitting everything because you're so burned out, and you start stress eating and binge eating the foods that you actually restricted. It creates a yo-yo thing. Same thing with business. If you have your own online coaching business or you're a business owner, when you go all in, You go, go, go. And then at one point you just burn out. I see this with so many female entrepreneurs. They've given their all, they're burning themselves out with this bro marketing. And then next thing you know, they create this amazing product, but they are too burned out to continue. So they close up shop. And they go back to a 9 to 5 or a corporate job. Again, nothing wrong with these jobs. But it's you. What is your goal? What is your dream? What is your vision? Are you actually focusing on head and heart? Strategy and energetics. It all goes together. And that is really the true success of reaching any goal. Before building the plan, before looking at your schedule, before, hiring a coach, are you ready to focus on strategy and energetics? And this is when I work with my clients. We focus on both. And there's a reason why something hasn't worked. It's not because you're lazy or lacking motivation. Maybe you're following the strategy that was not aligned to you. A lot of my clients, they tell me what their ex-coach gave them. And I was like, oof, this is way off from my experience of what's actually going to be helping them. And the reason why I know it's way off is because it didn't work. And then they come and see me. So there is a certain type of strategy, but it's all done in a process of joy and fun and alignment and creating something that you can maintain for the long term. So you're not always back on this New Year's resolution or like, oh my God, I need to lose the weight or I need to be fit. And that cycle of like guilt going round and round. We're done with that. Healthy and fit has to be fun for it to stick as a second nature, as a habit, as a healthy habit in your day. It's as simple as that. But it's also learning how to integrate it, but as well giving you a lot of compassion and self-love through the process that you don't need to hustle and force yourself to create results. It doesn't work. It works for the short term, but at one point something explodes. Something lets go. And then we burn everything to the ground. Or we go back to exactly where we started. And this is when I look in terms of the clients that I work with, is we always talk on the first call, like, are you decided? Are you decided to put strategy and energetics into helping create your best life? Are you ready to put strategy and energetics in terms of helping you with the unhealthy eating habits or lifestyle habits that actually are drifting you away from your main vision that you want to create, to be able to rewire your lifestyle into a positive lifestyle in terms of creating healthy habits to help you go get shit done and go after everything that you seek to create in this one life that we have. And again, it's not a yo-yo. You need to really bring both of those together, the yin and the yang, the black and the white, masculine and feminine. You might have heard all these different ones. There's always strategy and energy / intention, depending which one resonates the most with you. And when you want to do that, we really want to go all in, making sure that we implement those two from the start, because practice does not equal perfect. Work does not equal results. If in the beginning, you're actually doing the wrong strategy with the wrong energy, and if you're actually doing something that is so misaligned to you that you know you're not going to be able to maintain for the long term. So it all starts from day one to make sure you implement those two things together. So I would love to know, if you're listening to this on the podcast, hop in on my YouTube or also connect with me over on social media. Do you feel like you're more strategy or more energetics, or are you actually thinking like, there's something there for you to evolve? So I really want you to also take a step back and think, okay, in my past attempts to be fit, to be healthy, whatever other goal that you have, were you more head or were you more heart? Or did you have a bit of both, or was one of them completely gone because an ex-coach that you had told you, no, it's planning, it's strategy? One of my business coaches almost kind of burned me down to the ground because it was so much strategy and there was no energy in terms of me maintaining it for the long term. I was so burned out. I was on the verge of closing up my business. I was literally on the verge of closing up my business until I took some time away. And I was like, no, this system does not work. It does not work for your health. And it does not work for your business in any shape or form. So this can be really something that unites. If you are a female entrepreneur or a coach, you have your own business, it comes together. We cannot hustle our way into success with our business, like we cannot hustle our way forward for our health. It just doesn't work, especially as women. We need to make sure that we combine both of them with our day-to-day changes, our 28-day cycle if we still have our period, but as well remembering that we have to have a lot of self-compassion towards ourselves to make sure that we're creating a journey that is fun, exciting, challenging, but that is really the best journey. Is going to give you a fruitful result, which is reaching your goal, then maybe reach another goal and another goal. And then there's no mountain top on sight. There's always more that you want to climb because you have so much ambition in your life. So message me. I would love to know what you think about this episode. If you have any other topics, any questions you want me to resonate with, right here to give you my input with over like 20 years experience as a clinical dietitian, neurolinguistic programming coach, and as well a yoga and mindfulness teacher, I'd be more than happy to support you. And as well, if you're a female entrepreneur, having your own business, I totally get it. This is exactly the business that I am, being my own boss. And no matter what, by taking care of me, I take care of my business. And by taking care of my business, I'm taking care of my clients. It's really a whole snowball effect. And the most important way to take care of ourselves is to enjoy the journey and the ride. So on that note, I wish you a beautiful and an exciting day. Dina M here, and I'll catch you in the next training.